We're out in Moab for the 2018 Easter Jeep Safari. I'm standing here with Mel Wade. We're going to take a look at his brand new 2018 Jeep JL Wrangler Rubicon Unlimited, and he's going to show us all the cool stuff that's on it now. So Mel, tell me what I'm looking at.
We did a high clearance long arm kit. This is all brand new specifically for the JL. So we did a high clearance long arm kit. We did a 100% bolt on coilover kit. Cycles 15.5 inches of wheel travel all the way around. We did custom king shocks. We're doing a DSV valving, dual sport valving on this. So we're actually make that stuff in-house and they're assembling everything. It's pretty cool. We did compression adjusters on it. We have our rear suspension on here. It's not just a long arm kit, it's a high clearance long arm kit. So we actually changed the rear bracketry, raise everything up about 4 inches out of the way, and keeps everything out of the way of the rocks. This year also we have a new weld on or bolt on. So it's the same rock slider. You can bolt it on fully, it goes to the frame, or you can weld it on. But again, frame mounted, heavy duty. We added redesigned it a little bit, dressed it up a little bit for the JL. All new parts for 2018. This is our Pro Series front bumper for the JL. It fits the JL. The new JL has different contours on it and a little bit different bolt pattern. Also has a welded in D-ring mounts for recovery. It has a separate winch plate inside of here. The winch plate's been very popular. You can use them on other stuff too, other bumpers, but it sets everything down low, keeps as much space you can for the radiator for cooling. Okay, so when you first look at this, you see the red, that's our bolt-on coilover kit. So we redesigned it. We wanted to make it to where as easy as possible to weekend wear. There's only I think there's 2 holes you have to drill. Everything else is factory there. It double shears the factory shock mount, comes across, supports all this. The biggest thing was we went ahead and instead of just taking an off-the-shelf shock, we worked it and we got a whole bunch of wheel travel, 14-inch shock shaft. It cycles about where a 12-inch travel shock would cycle before it for fully compressed. It allows us to keep a low LCG, be able to run a 37 and not look stupidly tall, and be able to cycle all the wheel travel. Very easy to go taller. If you want a tall vehicle, not a problem. We can accommodate that like no problem whatsoever. Just ask for that if you want a 6 to 8 inch tall, if you like that tall look, if you're in the South, all that good stuff. But out here, low LCD is where it's at, and so this one, the compressed lengths for King's making for us, is the best on the market. The bottom shock mount is relocated out to help with any kind of binding for the shock, and we're running a 2.5 inch diameter coilover with vented reservoirs with the compression adjusters. Just allows the customer to be able to have a little more tinkering on it at home. We added a decorative plate this time so you can see the EVO badge, and then paired up with the King bump stops where you just saw this off and go on. So literally this bolt-on, top bolt-on coilover in your driveway. These 2 holes are actually there in the frame, and one of the holes we're using here is in the frame. You have to drill one on this side and then the factory bolt goes through. So you can literally assemble this. If you can bolt on shocks, you can bolt on this coilover kit. So underneath here we have our EVO long arm kit, and it's an extreme high clearance also. So what that means is we went ahead and we brought the frame pivot point up above the frame. Factory is actually down below the frame back here, so hanging down. So we brought it up, a true long arm kit, not a mid or whatever the buzzword is right now. It's a long arm kit. We relocated this, and on the axle we took the lower control arm mount, we cut it off, and we relocated it up almost 3 inches to gain so you're not hanging on an axle. We brought the lower control arm, the shock mounts down so you can still run a factory length shock if you want to, but you'll be able to slide on your link and be able to get out of the way. Best for rock crawling. You want all this ground clearance for rock crawling. Other cool features for the rear is it's self-lined. So there's holes in the factory frame where you're able to put a bolt through it and it'll line up the bracketry before you weld it on. I did do the weld-on kit. The long arm kit is a weld-on kit. Anybody can weld it on. There's enough bolts that'll hold it so you can get to have your buddy come over and weld it. On the front's the same way. Like this is a factory hole right here on the front, and that locates the front control arm mounts. We were able to design the front long arm kit different than past years. We were able to actually clearance, and it clears the trumpet, so you don't have to do any exhaust work on the long arm kit, which saves a lot of time and money for you weekend warriors and the shops. Ease of install. Another thing that we're really proud of on our control arms is we use all Johnny joints, proven really good, and then they're also adjustable on the car. You don't have to drop your control arm links to be able to adjust your control arms. So you can get your caster where you want it, pinning angles and all that good stuff on the car. So we also wanted to make quality rock sliders. So the rock sliders are fully bolted to the frame. You can weld them on if you want that absolute brute strength. Again, they locate on factory holes. There were so many holes in the frame that we were able to index all the aftermarket parts off the factory holes, which helps in ease of install. You don't have less guesswork. This time we went ahead and shaped up the rock slider a little bit different. We added some more gusseting in here, so a little less chance of it bending if you are beating up on it on the rocks. We also added a decorative plate for you guys that want to have that nice colored scheme look. You can change colors on that, so it unbolts, and makes like a little step on top, so nothing's really falling in between the car. So on the rear coilover, we kept the factory shock geometry really close, and we double sheared everything. So we made reinforcement plates up on top. On our rear lower shock mount, we actually brought it out with our extreme high clearance kit. We brought it out to give a little bit more clearance, but it'll work in the factory location also. Everything else on, I think that's about it. We run a stock axle still. We did KMC B-lock wheels on it. We did a Nitto 37-inch tires. We wanted to showcase this vehicle for the weekend warrior. Everything you can do all the stuff in your garage. You don't have to go out and buy all kinds of crazy wazoo stuff. This is stuff you can piece together from a budget boost and then work your way up to a long arm kit. So super excited about this new platform. It works really well. We drove it here, we're gonna drive it home.
So that was a first look at some of the cool new products that EVO Manufacturing has coming your way for the all-new Jeep JL Wrangler. We hope you enjoy what you saw. If you're not already a member, we would love for you to come visit us over at jlwrangler.com and become a part of our online community. Until next time, keep the shiny side up, all four on the floor, and with any luck, we'll see you on the trail. Oh man, this feels good. Holy hell, I want it! This is awesome. You sure he's okay with me driving it? Oh, that is awesome. Did you not feel that? Oh my God, this is amazing. Woo, little drifted.